How in the hell are we all doing? I know you can't see my face, but you're staring into a frying pan full of butter. I posted over on Twitter that I was making a fried bologna sandwich. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bologna fried sandwich. I didn't really want to bore people with onions and peppers. You can make up your own mind as to how you want to do this and what you want on it. Obviously bologna, I like it a little bit thicker. That's a little too thin, but it works. I kind of scored it because what you're going to see, very much similar to bacon, it kind of arcs and it doesn't cook evenly. This kind of prevents it. It's not a guarantee. These are right here, what we have are those caramelized onions and peppers. You can do whatever you want with them. You can put mushrooms, you can put just onions, you can put just peppers, you can whatever floats your boat. And then a Kaiser roll. That's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. I didn't really want to bore you with the prep, and the only prep there was to caramelize those onions and peppers. And that's done with butter, a little bit of sugar, salt, pepper to taste. And then you just kind of let them go from there. I like this sandwich. Getting cool outside, and it's just one of those sandwiches that it really isn't good for you, and I'm not entirely too sure if it's good for a dog. But it sticks to your ribs and makes you feel comfortable. But like I said, I didn't really want to bore you with too much stuff tonight. I wanted to get you a video, and nothing was exciting, so I thought I would do this for you, just give you an idea. If you're looking for something new and different, bologna is one of those things that you either love it or hate it. I've always enjoyed it; never bothered me. But yeah, I thought I would do this. I'll show you the final product, and then I figured I would go outside and sit on the porch, and maybe we can have a little chat and talk about what's been transpiring lately. It's been crazy out there. But let me finish this up so I can concentrate on you guys instead of trying to do both. I tend to wander and kind of go off in different directions when I'm thinking of one thing and doing another. Especially with topics like what transpired this past week with Nevada, and I guess now something happened in London again. It's becoming an all for familiar scene. But anyways, I'll be right back. I'll show you the final product, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'll be right back. Just a little quick side note. I flipped the bologna, and that's what you're kind of looking for. It's just a nice light golden brown. Same with your Kaiser rolls. You're just kind of toasting them. So those are things to look for. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, there you have it. Fried bologna sandwich. Now, the only thing I did to the roll here is I put down mayo. If you have a recipe for like a good honey mustard or anything like that, go with it. Or if you like spicy mustard, go with it. If you don't have time to make any of these types of things, by all means, go to the grocery store and pick stuff up. If you're not sure about it or anything like that. We're all familiar with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. If you're not, you've got to try this stuff. This stuff is to kill. It is one of the best barbecue sauces, I think, that's out there on the market now. But they also came out with a honey mustard, which is, it's phenomenal. And if I don't make my own, for sure, I'll cut and use that instead. But don't get me wrong, and I have. Let me clean up the kitchen, and I'll set you guys up outside, and we'll have a little chat. Alright? Be right back. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. And I'm back. Let's get into some shit. Tell me what you guys thought about that fried bologna. It's good. It's different. It's something different to do with bologna. But each his own. I wanted to talk about what's been going on lately. And it's almost starting to feel it's normal to have one of these situations happen. R.E. Las Vegas and London and wherever. It always seems to be some fuckball that's going around trying to make everybody have a goddamn bad day. And it's sad. And it's very, very sad. You wonder what these people... sometimes you can figure out their life, their story, just by, some of the things. Always got a massive criminal record. He's got this, that, and everything else. His father was a criminal, and which automatically made his son a criminal. Pollock seemed like an everyday Joe who paid his taxes, led a good life, led a happy life. He wasn't hurting for money. He had an airplane, which, everything is starting to come to light and things like that as to the who, what, where, whens. But I don't know. This is just something I saw on a YouTube video that this guy owned a plane and the plane's not in Vegas anymore and the damn thing was supposedly sold to the FBI, some sort of intelligence gathering drug thing. I don't know. It's so fucking far-fetched. People hear a word and they jump in and they spin it without fact-finding or the truth behind it, or even remotely listening to the rest of what happens. And I hate to say it, folks, but a lot of our trolls here on this YouTube shit is just like that. They don't listen. Makes you wonder what they're going to grow up to be like. Somebody who can have that much hate and run around and literally just ruin people's lives. Cut them down, cut their videos down. I mean, what happened to people? What happened to society? Why did we become so angry? Why have we become so bullheaded? Why do we attack people? What's the point? Isn't there enough misery and grief in the world? And then to go around and beat somebody up because of something? A disability or a shitty video or... it doesn't even matter. You could spell the wrong and you're crucified. But one of the things I've always believed is somebody's going to ridicule that way. They need to make damn fucking sure that their lives are perfect before they can even remotely speak like that. Because if you're not, you're just a piece of shit hypocrite as far as I'm concerned. And that's why you don't bother me. But anyways, I don't want to get back up. It got off track there. But now there's this whole thing just didn't add up. And you're watching it. And you think with gunfire going over your head, you would think there would have been more of a reaction out of people. Instead of standing up and looking around and drinking their drink and talking with their friends like the concert just ended. And you're waiting for the crowd to leave so you can go. Was there screaming, yelling, hollering? For sure. But certainly none of what I saw. And there was an awful lot of people who couldn't comprehend what was happening. You saw an awful lot of people just standing there going, dirt, like a deer in headlights. Just froze. I don't know. Getting rid of guns is by no means the answer. I don't own guns. I have a pellet rifle that I play with. Do I like going to the targets or in the backyard or go to camp and shoot some guns? For sure. Who doesn't? If everybody's going to bitch that guns are the problem, then you need to take a look at DUIs. You need to start taking away cars. You need to... People are the ones that control this stuff. These things are inanimate objects. They're not alive. They don't breathe. They don't think for themselves. They do what you tell them to do. Getting rid of them isn't the answer. Because a majority of the people out there that do own these handguns or rifles or whatever may have you aren't the problem. It's a select few that are ruining it for everybody. Those guys who have these guns. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what laws you can do to weed somebody out. I don't understand how Nevada got away with no waiting period and things like that. I mean, I thought that was the whole point of it, that Brady bill. When John Brady was hit in the head with protecting Ronald Reagan. I mean, wasn't that the Brady bill? I believe it was, where you have a waiting period. I don't understand how Nevada overruled that. I thought that was a set-in-stone deal. I don't know what the answer is. You ban them, they're going to find a way to get them. The liberals need to sit down and shut the fuck up. Maybe we should outlaw vibrators for Miss Hillary Clinton. That way she can get angry and upset because she's not meeting her needs. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not for it. I'm not against it. Okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah, I am against getting rid of guns because it's wrong. It's not the gun's fault. It's the person's fault. But I just don't have the answers to get rid of it or how to fix it. But it just seems like these things are going to continue to happen more and more and more. I mean, there was an incident in London today. I haven't quite caught the full story. I've been actually rather busy today. Of somebody drove their car through traffic and running over people. I gotta figure that one out because I only caught a quick blurb of it while I was on break. But I don't know, folks. I wish I had answers for a lot of this stuff, but I don't even know. And this fucking politician shit is going to get fucking people heated before, and it's not the answer. You know, people used airplanes to kill people. How come they didn't take those away? You know, I don't know. Lots to be thought of, and it's sickening that it takes a tragedy like this to wake people up. You know, why don't you just go and see what's actually happening? It's sad. It's very, very sad. What's your thoughts? This Paddock guy just doesn't fit what you know of these types of things, M.O. He just doesn't. Yeah, part of me, like very, very small, remote, 0.00000%, tells me it's something else. That this guy was staged. I don't know. I don't even want to say it because it just, a lot of things just don't make sense. You would think there would have been a better reaction out of the crowd when people are dying next to you, getting shot. 500 people out of 22,000. somebody had to have saw something and sent people screaming. All of them, not just a select few. But they really did. And I'm sorry, but the guy standing up and giving the Mandalay Bay Hotel a fucking finger, that guy was classic. That needs to go on the front cover of Time. That's a classic fucking photo right there. Let me know what you think. Till the next time. I'm trying to get videos out to you guys a little bit more often instead of falling off. We got a lot of new subs, which I'm absolutely flabbergasted. And I welcome each and every one of you, and all my old subs. I'm honored and blessed to have you all. You guys really mean a lot, and your comments mean a lot. I love interacting with all of you. I'm sorry I didn't do it with the last video, but that happened the day that all this shit went down in Nevada, Las Vegas. And I'm sorry, I didn't have it in me. The other thing that bothers me is my kids are coming home from school wanting to know what happened, and the school refuses to do something. They're letting the parents handle that. I'm having a tough issue with, I don't know if it's true with your school systems, but with mine, they by no means teach children morals or respect. They're called, teachers are now, their first name, it's not Mrs. Smith. But this shit needs to stop, and especially in our school systems up here in Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. Because when I was living in Connecticut, it was like night and day. The school up here is a joke. And I honestly am really thinking, I don't know what to do with Leah, but I can get Robert into Eaglebrook and get him into some private schools. But I don't know what to do with Leah. But something needs to be done because I'm so tired of seeing kids running the streets. And now that mine are getting older, they're seeing these kids run the streets and wanting to know how come they can't have a cell phone, or why am I monitoring their tablets? Why can't they have Twitter? Why can't they have Facebook? Why can't they have their own YouTube? This is why. This is why I have my children on my accounts. So I can monitor it. But I guess that makes me, or my kids, bullies. I'd rather have a bully than a lost child beating up some fucking adults. Pathetic. But the school systems need to start waking up and standing behind the parent and teaching these things in schools. Because the mouths on kids today are ridiculous. There's no respect, there's no morals, there's nothing. You hear so many 10, 12, 13-year-olds now being pregnant because they're not being taught morals. They're not taught about respecting their bodies. They're not taught to respect what love is. Deuces, my friends. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.